We're going to be talking shit and swallowing spit for the next 2 hours around this motherfucker for the next hour and 45 minutes. Shout out to my main man, Hassan Hayes, man. Hassan Hayes, DJ Dax, fucking Shady Chriss, Cassie. Everybody comes down, man. I appreciate all y'all for doing that, man. Dig that. I posted new episodes every week on YouTube, man. Go to my YouTube channel, Slink Johnson on YouTube, youtube.com/Slink. Check it out, man. Just dropped the episode, last week's episode, and this week's episode should be up next week, so smoke yours. We up in this piece. And here's Cassie Dang doing the damn thing, and Shady Chriss. Oh, my God. So happy that my brother has made it in, man. Oh, you're such a pleasure. It's always a treat when players meet. You dig? Always a treat when players meet. What's that? Yeah, up in this piece, we got Shady Chriss. You know what I'm saying? He tried to go hard on the finger bang competition, man, and fuck two of his fingers up, man.
Microphone check 1 1 2. Smoke yours, man.
Yeah, we smoking yours. DJ Dax with the fresh haircut, looking like a young Aaron Hall.
Oh wait,
coming this motherfucker, man. Yeah, we just getting it together. So y'all got to pardon us for being late.
How did you sneak past me like that? You just came through the front door? Is it another entrance?
Nah, I came right in and went upstairs and took a shit.
Oh, you was in a secret hideout.
Yeah, I had to go make this deposit. I had to drop these brown boys at the pool.
I was like, my nigga not in here. And I was like, let me go outside real quick.
I'm so proud
Argue
of you.
with a bitch and come right back.
He just threw a nugget.
We need a blunt.
Oh, my goodness.
We need a blunt. But
I got a blunt.
You got a blunt? Oh, today Cassie Dang got a blunt. Ain't that special?
I know, this is the first time it's strawberry flavor.
I got another mic over there for anybody who want to grab it. Motherfucking.
Wait a minute. Somebody please did my mic go out or is that? Oh no. Put the camera on Dax. Okay. DJ Dirty Dick. Wait a minute. Did he come in here with no undershirt on?
Wait.
With a pullover polo that got oil stains on it.
Literally, it looks like you just fixed a car.
Yes. Or was having sex under a car.
Hey,
one of the two.
Y'all saw DJ Triple D out, man.
Man. If y'all only knew what I've been through just to get to Dash. With no parking, nothing. This was horrible.
Man, that niggas, I just caught the subway. That's why I look like this.
Just wait. We got.
We finna skip all the formalities, man. We finna skip all the formalities, man. We got my man Alex Thomas is in the house, man.
What it do? What up, people? What up, people?
Come on,
true and true.
I'm finna hang out with SmokeYours.
Oh yeah,
true and true. LA nigga came in here, dodge it up.
Come on, man.
Dodge it up.
What's going on, man?
Hanging out with the kids. Been in the gym.
Hanging out with the OGs.
How you feel, man? You good? So you DJ for a couple of shows?
Yeah.
Man, that's the man right there.
This nigga's a multi-purpose DJ. I see you.
I'm the truth. I'm the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
That's DJ Triple D.
What up, DJ Triple B?
Triple
D. I'm Triple D.
Dirty Dick Dax.
Was that his street name?
That's his dad's name. That's what he got since he got here. He don't like it, but
he got 3 D's on his back.
Yeah.
DJ Dirty.
Hey, only we call him that though. Let somebody else call him that. You know what I'm saying? It won't turn out real well.
I just walked in and saw weed on the table, nigga. So
right here, man.
Is that like, you know when you go to a hotel and you get there and it's just chocolate on the pillows? Is that what happens on the SmokeYours show? It's just a nugget waiting for an eighth at your mic, nigga.
Right there, man.
Oh, that's some good shit, though.
Yeah, that's some fire right there. We
Christ.
finna blow that down.
You said blow that down.
Oh, as we should.
We in the house, man, with my man Alex Thomas, man, stepped in this motherfucker. Thank you for coming, Alex.
Hey, man, come on, man. It's family up here, Dash.
Hey, yes, indeed, man.
I know this studio really well.
Oh,
indeed, yes, you do.
They say, I'm at home.
Yes, you do. For those who've been living under a rock most of their life, or unless you only 12 years old, Alex Thomas.
Swear, unless you was born last Thursday,
unless
nigga.
You was born last Thursday.
Man.
Alex Thomas is one of the premier comics in the game, representing LA, representing fatherhood, representing black manhood.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? One of the funniest guys I know, one of the most humble and down to earth.
Thank you.
You know, in spite of all your accolades, your TV credits, your movie credits, your stage credits, Alex Thomas has always remained the same from the moment I met him. And I'm gonna tell you, funny
where
story.
did we meet? Do you remember that?
I remember we met.
Tell me.
Remember we met on the set of Vibe.
Nigga, are you serious?
Before
far back?
Before I got into the game, and I can't
You said remember as if that was 6 months ago, nigga. You talking 15, 16 years.
On the set of Vibe,
So you got to explain that to me.
And we was in there real niggerish, and I forgot. I think somebody was in there about to fight. Somebody was in
when
there.
I was doing warm up.
When you were warming up for the Vibe.
Was this when Sinbad was the host?
Mm-hmm.
And you were just hanging out as an audience member?
I was just in the audience, and then I forget what happened, but some
You were there that night when all this shit happened with the CDs and shit?
I don't remember that. I just remember some nigga getting irate, and you coming out trying to you coming out calming it down like real niggas do. Like,
right.
Like, you know, the white people didn't know what to do. Alex was like, I got this.
Exactly. Damn, you were there.
And it wasn't me and my crew that got rowdy, but it was another young nigga that we actually ended up giving him a ride home that night.
The nigga that was causing all the havoc.
Yeah,
he explained his side of the story in the car.
Indeed, this nigga name was Knockout from the Jungles, and he took us to the Jungles. And we were chilling in Jim Gilliam Park with that nigga.
Are you serious?
It was funny, yeah, real shit.
So the whole jungle was an audience, nigga?
I don't know. I just know he was in there tripping.
Wow.
For some reason or another.
Yeah, because what happened was when I was doing warm up on those shows, right? They would always have mixed hood niggas in with like regular people also, just to give a balance in the audience. But sometimes, you know, the hood niggas was coming there and taking it a little too far. Like, nigga, we are really in Hollywood right now. This is a live studio taping, nigga. You can't do the same shit you do on Crenshaw and Slauson, nigga, up here in this studio. But I would, man, when shit would get crazy sometimes, I mean, it would even be like, there would be Crips and Bloods in the same goddamn audience. And I'm like, look, nigga, I got family members on both sides. But I'm getting a check tonight, nigga, and this is a TV show. We need to calm that shit down.
That's funny how I grew up on you. I never knew you was from LA, man. That's
born
crazy.
And raised. You know what crazy. I think I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to sound so small and minute. But you probably didn't notice about me, Slink. Ever since I was a little kid, I always liked baseball hats that had A's on them. Because my name is Alex.
Right.
So when niggas would see me in an Atlanta hat, they thought I was from Atlanta. If you saw me with an Alabama hat, niggas thought I was from Alabama. You know what I mean?
Never California.
So never LA.
Never LA though.
But I'm born. You know what it was too, Slink? Since I was born and raised in South Central, you kind of thought during those days, during the 80s, you think every nigga and any nigga that grew up in South Central LA, how you born and raised in South Central and you don't look like a Crip or a Blood?
Right.
You're not wearing khakis and t-shirts. And I always tell, like, not every nigga
dresses like
that grew up in South Central was khakis and t-shirts. Trust me, all my brothers, all my family, But I grew up there, but I was around white boys when I went to school. I went to private schools because my parents didn't want me to get caught up in the gang shit.
Yeah.
So niggas would go off the view of you. They would go off, you don't look like a South Central nigga, but man, I'm born and raised in it.
That's cool.
Alex Thomas, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up too.
That's just real talk.
Alex Thomas is definitely comedy royalty, man. Again, this man doesn't age, man. You've been doing this shit forever. You still look the same as the first day you came out.
Hey, I tell the bitches I'm 22, nigga. How old are you? Bitch, how old you want me to be? Is the question.
Tonight, is you a cougar or tonight I'm 22? If you're looking for a G, baby, tonight I'm 32.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Dig that, man.
So, yeah, man. It's been a while, man. It's been over 25 years now in the game doing stand-up. And it's crazy when you said that. I actually have a whole joke about niggas that say that to me. They come up to me and they be like, nigga, I grew up on you, nigga.
Right.
Like, nigga, I was 2 when the Players Club came out. Nigga, I was 11 and the Jamie Foxx came on.
What year was the Players Club?
60. Let's see. We just got finished marching. It was me, Martin Luther King, Andrew Jackson, and Ice Cube. No, we did Players Club in 98.
98?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like 12.
But when niggas say that, niggas make me feel like I'm 70 and shit. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you, but man, damn, that for real?
Yeah.
We was watching
Don't Be a Menace.
Movies.
Don't Be a Menace was my first movie. We did that in 96, 97.
That was 95. One of my favorite movies.
I wasn't all the hood classics. Players Club, Two Can Play That Game, The Wash.
The Wash,
you know, Don't Be a Menace. And you know, since niggas don't read credits, they don't know I was a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from 93 to 97. So I wrote Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for 4 years.
The credits is real fast, man.
Say it again?
The credits come fast, man.
Oh, they come fast. And niggas don't read that.
And niggas don't read.
Niggas don't read. Like, I got a story, right? Like, white people read credits, right? Niggas don't. So I'll be somewhere and a random white person. I'll be standing next to a nigga I've known 25 years.
Right.
And a random white guy will come up to me and go, can I just tell you, I fucking love you.
Right.
My name's
Fresh
Tim,
Prince is good.
and can I tell you, I am the hugest fan of the Family Guy. Keep doing your thing. And, guy walks away, right? The nigga I've known 25 years be like, nigga.
What you
You
talking
was
about?
on the motherfucking Family Guy, nigga. You mean the cartoon shit, nigga? And you be
For
doing
real.
voices and shit? I'm like, nigga, you have known me 25 years. The white boy that don't even know me, he reads the credits.
He reads the credits.
So niggas just don't read credits.
And not only do he read the credits, he knows exactly who you are. I mean, he knows the faces.
Yeah.
He knows the faces.
And he knows my characters. He like the Black Dolphins. I love it. Jesus Christ. My
Niggas be
kids love
tapped
the
in.
Black Dolphins. Nigga, Dolphins, nigga. What the Dolphins is, nigga? Like,
They said nigga putting in work out here.
yeah, man. Cartoon and animation is just another way to get a check, nigga. One thing I learned in this business, it's still a hustle. I realized early in this business, man, there's a whole lot of ways to get paid other than just slanging jokes on stage.
Right.
So I was like, there was no plan B for me. I didn't go to college, nigga. I went to college for 20 minutes, nigga. And the shit didn't work out for me. So it ain't one of them things that, if comedy didn't work out, I can go back and be a what, nigga?
That nigga didn't even go to college. He just went on campus.
Right. That nigga
Exactly.
said 20 minutes. That nigga said,
Slink.
ain't no bitches up here. I'm out. Nigga. 20 minutes. Nigga. I'm out.
Slink, you don't know how close to home you are with that comment. So I've had niggas come up to me and be like, like back when you used to go to UCLA. I'm like, nigga, I never went to UCLA. I was up at UCLA. Yeah, but I used to see you in all the dorms and all that because I was fucking a bitch in every goddamn dorm. Niggas thought I went to USC, Northridge, UCLA, USC because, nigga, those years, I was trying to figure it out. I was just a pop lock and breakdancing nigga on Soul Train.
Yeah.
They was at all the parties, so I knew all the chicks. So I was there so much, niggas thought I went to the school.
College was
Dig
fun.
that. Give us a call, 310-986-6610. You're smoking yours with Slink Johnson.
And our homeboy Shady Chriss.
And Alex Thomas.
Right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. DJ Dirty Dicks in the house. You want to play or something, man? What's
That's
up?
really his name?
I like that. I like that.
That's really
lineup.
his name?
It's DJ Daxter. However, you
they,
know.
Daxter, the
they be
master.
trying. I tell them all the time. I said, man, when it's time for me to go ahead and do the big court, like the last gig I did was with the LACF, the soccer.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. They was like, oh yeah, we like you this and all that. And I said, oh yeah, we know you work with Slink and everything like that. And I was
They
just
did?
like,
They called you out?
I was just like, oh, just know I'm not dirty. So,
Do you ever have girls come up to me like, oh my God, girl, there go DJ Dirty Dicks? I mean,
if that happened, because they already.
It's about to. It's about to.
I'm already cool. Like I'm cool with some porn stars. So I'm just the day that they be like, yeah, dirty dick. I'm like,
the only problem
They
with
gonna be
Dirty.
throwing it at you, bro. You gonna have to be like, hey, black men don't cheat. man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only problem with Dirty Dicks is they can confuse that with syphilis and gonorrhea, nigga, and disease and STDs, nigga.
That's definitely what dirty
Well,
means.
you know, one thing for sure, Alex, I always get a disclaimer that's just a name that I gave DJ Dax just because he's so reserved.
Right,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that,
I just
yeah.
had to put something crazy on him. You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
an
Right.
ironic
And
nickname.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Dirty Dick, it came natural because he was like something about porn stars. It was like, you think of porn stars? You a dirty dick?
You hang out with the new generation porn stars.
basically. Yeah,
Okay, because
I
I'm an old school
you
porn
with,
star.
you
nigga.
with the
we had
that's
the
true.
Hunter.
you with the
Yeah.
old school like
I was with
Ebony
Heather
Eyes.
Hunter, Janet
yeah.
Jack Me,
Yeah.
Angel Eyes,
before
Mr.
Angel
Marcus,
Eyes.
Lexington
My
Steele.
listen,
Mr. Marcus before
yeah.
Pinky,
Janet
before
Jack
Pinky
Me.
Yeah.
got bigger. Because like I told everybody like
I remember
how I was
her.
like how I was raised up. Like my dad he did not play that. He was just like, yo, I got to show y'all some women, and he was showing us like early.
Your dad put you up on porn nigga, at a young age?
At a young age. So instead of me looking at like
Hilarious.
That's crazy.
That's so
So
funny.
instead of me looking like, of course I knew about Lion King, but also I knew about.
So you know about Lion King, but
That
you also
young?
know about Big Booty 38. Nigga.
Wait, you were that? That's how old you were?
99.
I was like, that was back in the '90s. So it's kind of like when you start saying like, oh, well, like like Cherokee and all
Yeah.
those.
Oh, yeah.
So now the
That's
D
who was
ass.
raised
like,
it.
yeah.
D apostrophe ass. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
On the
now
right
this-
butt cheek, yeah.
So now with this new wave of like new porn stars,
Right.
I may be like, what are you again? This all that. But see, if it
That's
was like
crazy.
the older ones, it'd be like, oh yeah,
I didn't even know it was a new wave of porn
No, it is because
stars.
like
Yeah.
in the 90s, right?
So
90s,
it's-
early 2000s, all the porn stars would hang out at the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory. They
Right.
would just like mingle in, like when they're not
They laugh.
fucking and sucking,
They're laughing.
they like to laugh.
Yeah.
And they would
Damn.
invite us to the sets.
It makes sense.
And next thing you know, we're partying, and next thing you know, you're
Yeah.
butt naked, and you don't know
What happened? Where you are?
That's how it happens.
And,
Yeah, that's how it
and for the record, I'll still down Pinky. Shout out to Pinky. Shout
straight out
to
a
Pinky.
yay area.
Now,
I'm married now, so I just have stories. What did you say?
And
But
guests.
my wife knows about my past, so you know.
And radio
man.
show guests. You bring.
Yes.
I met Mr. Marcus on your
That's my
on your
boy.
radio show.
He used to invite me to the sets and want me to do some guest sets.
Stop.
He used to be like, "Oh, you want to be our guest fucker this week?" I'm like, "Nigga, I'm on a real TV show.
Guest fucker.
I just can't pull my dick out on camera like
Right.
that. Nigga, I'm on Warner Brothers every Wednesday night on the Jamie Foxx show.
Hey,
Nigga
Alex.
said, no, I can't do
Like
that.
for real.
Alex, explain to the people sometimes, because again, you know, I've been around quite a bit of porn in my time as
Yeah.
well, and some of my friends don't understand the difference. Like actors, television actors, and you know that's something that you don't really mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Explain to
Absolutely.
people.
So when they would ask me like Julian St. I mean, like these niggas are like the Michael Jordans of porn,
Yeah.
right? These the dudes that not only were in every porn, they were producing them, and they were just all my homies, and they would be like sometimes upset with me why I wouldn't get down because they would see me at the private parties.
Oh, they want you to not be on video, but just join in with the session.
No. With the private parties were out of this world. I experienced some shit that the average nigga probably will
yeah.
never
Right,
experience.
right.
So they would see me at the private parties
Right,
and
yeah.
be like, "Yo, nigga, we taping tomorrow. Why don't you come through and do your thing?" And I'm like, "Nigga, you don't understand. I have a Screen Actors Guild
Right.
card. I'm on TV. You can't mix porn with regular TV.
Right.
Because once you've done that, nigga, once they've seen your nutsack from the back, nigga,
Nah.
there's
But
no
why-
more. There's nothing.
Okay, my
there's
whole
nothing
thing is-
else left for you to do.
But don't some people be not fucking on set, but don't some actors fuck producers or producers fuck the actresses?
But we can't do it on camera.
Camera.
Right.
Meaning,
Yeah.
like,
Right,
I'm gonna give you an example. Say I'm doing a movie with Tom Hanks this Friday.
Tom Hanks have a porn out.
But Mr. Marcus calls me Wednesday and says, "Hey man, we're doing a 9-chick anal gangbang. If you want to come through and hop on," but it's like, no, nigga, that's gonna mess up my
Everything with
Oscar
Tom- yeah,
nomination.
okay. That's crazy.
I can't go for an Emmy now, nigga.
Right.
When
Right.
No, you really can't, man. A lot of people don't
Speaking
understand
of-
that, man. You can't mix.
That's
You
crazy.
can't, once your dick is on the ground,
Oh yeah,
it's over.
it's over. You can't. There's no coming back with that. Now you're gonna have to. Might as well just go full fledged, balls deep into the porn game, because you can't go back and forth there, and vice versa. It's like you don't see chicks that are in porn. Next thing you know, they're on like a real TV show.
right,
You
right.
might see them
Unless
on
it's like reality show, yeah.
Yeah.
Reality
I,
show, right.
I actually did a little porn myself. So I did a couple Bang Bros episodes.
Oh, did you
did
really?
some Bang
I
Bros?
did a couple Bang Bros.
You
Like,
know
are
what?
you joking or are you
I'm-
serious? Because I don't know if you're serious because you're funny.
You know
I'm
what,
dead
Slink?
serious.
I'm so glad I started watching Bang Bros when I was like 17, 18, man.
Is that when they just hop in the van
Nah,
on the
nigga.
road?
I'm dead serious.
That used to be my favorite shit because it used to be so real, but it was fake. Nigga, I used to be like, oh, they gonna
But that
put
was
this
their
nigga
whole
about
thing
this.
to make it feel
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a chick on the bus stop.
I did a couple episodes of a series they had called Fuck Team 5.
Are you, nigga? Did y'all have jackets?
I didn't.
You got them. They were satin, and you made them at the slot
With the
swap meet.
big 5.
Fuck
Yeah.
Team 5, nigga.
I only did like a couple episodes, and
You did it? Like you
I
were
was
fucking?
not fucking.
Oh, so
What you
you
mean
mean
you
you
did?
I actually puppeteered a talking dildo named Phil Stickler.
Nigga, that's funny. I thought you were gonna say you were a stunt there.
So you didn't see me. You
Stunt
just
dick.
saw
Stand
you just saw the dildo bouncing around. He's like, hello,
Oh, wow.
hello, I'm Phil Tickler, the trim tickler.
That's
and, you know,
and that's you, Slink.
yeah,
You
that
got
was
a
me.
chip?
My nigga Slink out here doing porn, man. He does
It's a
it all
hustle,
right,
nigga.
man.
It's a
Let's
hustle.
go, my
Your
nigga.
dildo is British.
The dildo was British, yes.
I love it. International.
Phil
the
Stickler,
dildo-
the trim tickler.
That might be on Netflix then.
It's a dildo from Liverpool.
And he's going to touch your liver, too.
Oh no.
Did you get a check?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, you know what I mean? It's a hustle.
It was fun, man. You know,
credit.
it was like the best. It was like the best of both worlds, actually, to be that close to it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
even then, I knew the importance of what I was on my way to, and I couldn't,
Yeah.
jump in front of the camera. But it was dope to be around. Like,
Yeah. I mean, they got their own world. Like when Mr. Marcus came on the Funny Don't Stop show, a lot of people didn't know. He let it all out. He was like, no, I'm in the fucking Porn Hall of Fame.
Oh, Mr. Martin, yeah.
He's really like you know.
Gotta be shit.
People don't know his dick went platinum.
I was 10. So
Did you know his dick went platinum?
No, that's
number one selling dick in the world.
I mean, I'm glad now that I hear that you just shot my dreams out.
What does that mean?
Hey, they couldn't keep his dick on the shelves.
God damn.
Like it was selling like blue
They're
magic.
trying to sell CDs out here, and I can make my dick go platinum. I'm in the wrong game.
Nigga, and selling them for $100 a pop. He was telling us the whole story. Like he'd go and do what do you call them? Like the rappers would do an in-store signing. You know, come on down.
So
to
he
such
was
and
signing
such.
his prosthetic
He would
penis.
sign his prosthetic penises. He said, "Yeah, man, it really sucked if I went to a town and I bought 100 dicks with me. I only sold 40. Get back on the plane with 60 dicks, man." It's just like
so this nigga really made a living outside of just fucking. Like nigga, I'm out here,
it's
nigga,
like
worldwide doing this thing.
It's like basketball's the court. But you know you can make a couple $100 million selling shoes.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's
doing
called
no commercial
merch.
ads and shit.
It's called merch.
That's what it do.
If I could sell my dick, nigga, I'd probably, you can see me on doing all kind of fucking photo shoots, nigga.
Do you want dick?
But Alex has he has a domestic dick. He's got a domestic dick.
He got a domesticated dick, man. His dick is exclusive.
His dick doesn't speak with no accent.
No, he was talking about girls would show up, the ones that had bought his dick, and he'd sign them and everything. Like
that's crazy.
And he'd be like, "Yeah,
I'm
you know,
trying
with
to
the
sell
sign
my
on the
dick,
veins
man.
and all that kind of shit." You know.
Oh my god! But you can't really use it if you sign.
Yeah,
it,
right. That's
right?
what I'm finna say. If she using it, it's gonna come off. So
But
There's
then
some
she probably
nasty
put a
bitches.
condom.
I was about to say
She probably
some
put a
bitches
condom
is
on
nasty.
Some
it.
nasty
Just-
bitches out there.
Some bitches
Yeah,
got
but
some
like,
ink in their pussy.
They don't
believe
care
that.
if it's a Sharpie ink on the dick or nothing. They don't give a
They
fuck.
putting that in
But
there.
then it's not worth. Like
DJ
it's not in mint condition
DJ
anymore.
Tell us about it, Cassie.
Right? No, that's what I'm just saying. Like it's like trading cards. isn't
DJ
it?
Dax, you are really something else. You know,
You
that
just
nigga
put a
said just
condom.
put a condom on it.
Look
Just
at
put a
it.
condom on it. Just keep going.
He want to put a condom.
Whatever, yeah.
He want to
That
put a
nigga
condom on a fake one, but he
gave
wouldn't
her
dare
that.
wear one himself.
Just go ahead over there. That's cold business.
That's the only
cold.
reason
Y'all
they make
plead the
condoms.
field.
Oh, that is so
Twist
funny.
that dope up, man, for the break, man.
Hey, push it up.
Twist it up.
I heard you say it, man. Look, I really.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
what happened?
We're all injured.
He broke his fingers in the freak finger
Look,
bang
man.
competition.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You see how Slink
In
was
a
doing the
finger
public?
bang competition.
Speaking of the
I
Bang
won, though. I
brothers,
won.
meet
Speaking
these
of
two.
Bang
Yeah, I won, though.
Meet these two
No,
right
but
here.
my hand went through some went through some glass. You know what I'm saying? I was acting the ass. Hand went through some glass.
Domestic violence.
Nah.
That nigga busted a gasket in his metacarpal.
You know what I mean?
We're
Come
all
on, live blunt,
injured.
girl.
I got injured too.
What happened? Your fingers?
No, I got bit by a dog in the face. Did I tell you last night?
Yes, I seen that you put that
I
on.
got
What
stitches.
the
I
fuck
got
happened?
stitches.
I didn't want to ask you on Facebook. Was it Doris?
No, it was not Doris.
You always lying. Like she's
What
someone,
the
she's
fuck
someone
is-
who's get beat by her dude
It's
and
not-
be like, no, he's not hitting me.
Oh my
like,
God, you're the second person to say that.
I could tell. Like, I'm gonna punch you. I want to see if you're gonna tell me. Like, I don't think
Shady
you're
Chriss
telling me.
just
I don't
admitted to
think you're
Cassie,
telling me.
was it really a man? Would you tell?
No,
was it
it was
a
a
man?
tiny little shit dog of my cousin's
Don't
dog.
call Doris.
It's sitting
You
on my
went down to
lap.
kiss him?
Oh,
No,
your
it was sitting
cousin's
on my
dog,
lap
and it's
for
a
like.
dog you know.
It was a dog I know. It was sitting on my lap for like 10 minutes. It just tripped for like a second. Like it got like triggered, turned around, and just bit me in the face.
Wow.
Right there. Grabbed me on the lip.
That's why I don't fuck with dogs.
So I have a stitch on the inside, and I got this glue. I'm surprised you didn't notice all last night.
I
I had
didn't.
glue.
Give us his
Oh,
blunt.
wow.
I went to the ER.
Give us that blunt.
That is crazy.
Slink, I always meant to ask you, dude. Being a weed connoisseur, do you have your own strand? Do you have niggas that just get? Do you even pay for your own weed, or do niggas just hook you up because?
A little
We
bit of
invite
a little bit of all
sponsors.
that, but no, I don't have my own strand yet. So all you growers out there, stop faking. Let's get this motherfucking Smoke Yours OG popping. Stop
That's what
playing.
I was just about to ask you. What
Official.
would you name it? You wanted Smoke Yours
I
OG.
call it Smoke
So
Yours
you wanted
OG.
some OG for sure.
OG
could have
gotta be.
you
I'm
could have
LA
a whole
nigga.
line.
I'm
Gotta
LA
be.
nigga, man. It's
Nigga need
gotta
that
be OG,
Indo
man.
smoke.
Wait a minute, let me see this.
That shit.
You could
is
have a whole
strong
line of
as
this shit. You
fuck.
could have a Black Jesus strain. You
You
could
know-
have a Slink Johnson
How do you make
strain.
Jesus and weed together? Is that a?
Oh.
is
That's
that
the herb.
okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
Cassie, I'm gonna
I'll
school
find the
you.
scripture. He say something about him
I'ma
blessing the
school you
herbs.
while
I'm
you know, Cassie.
I grew
Okay.
up in the church.
We
I
don't
use
do
them
flavor blunts.
when they come my
This
way.
is,
I use
okay,
them when
this
they come
wasn't
my
for
way.
us. This is for a party last week,
funny.
and I just happened to still have it.
FYI, we don't do flavored blunts. We don't do strawberry. We don't do blueberry. We don't do flavored
This
blunts.
is for a
Bring
4th
natural.
of July party with
So
a
you
lot of
gotta
white
have all
people.
the blunts. You
We're
gotta
going
have
to
all the
smoke it
blunts.
now because
All
it's
the
yours.
flavors.
Now you got me thinking.
Personally, I smoke the flavor. I don't like
I
grape
like
really.
Now you got me
it's not
thinking.
grape. This
Slink.
is strawberry.
Yeah.
You
What's
got,
that?
me,
Grape.
you got me thinking.
What's
So
that, Phil?
if Jesus did have a strand of rain, a strand of what you call it? That hallelujah.
Holy.
What you call it?
Not the hallelujah.
I call it Holy
Oh my
Trinity.
God!
That just
What
hit
would
me
you call
right
it?
here already.
Holy
Oh my God is his father.
Hallelujah.
You know, God is Jesus' father.
Right.
So you call it? Oh, that's not. Oh my God. They
Holy
like-
Trinity OG.
He
Holy
already
Trinity?
knows this. The
Holy Trinity OG.
I walk
Did you
on
say
water.
Holy Trinity?
Holy Trinity OG.
So they would all be indicas.
Yes, most definitely.
Really, not even one hybrid.
I'm not even going. Hey, look, I like the Holy Trinity OG, but I'm not gonna lie. If it was some hallelujah,
Some hallelujah.
That might
OG.
sound like crazy.
man,
That might sound like crazy
Number
because
one,
then you
how
get
do you
Christians.
spell hallelujah? Number
Then you
one,
can sell. Then you can sell the weed.
Churchgoers.
I was about to say you can sell the weed at church.
Yeah.
HALLEJUIAH.
And then you sell it at Bible study and stuff
Siri
like
don't even know
that.
how to spell that. She said, "Go ahead, I'm listening." No, you know, bitch. I said, "Spell hallelujah."
Yeah.
And speaking of weed, though, we got my man David Chin in the house tonight. We're going to talk
yes,
about
sir,
some
yes, sir.
cannabis-related products.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can come on in whenever he want to because he out there. I know the nigga hear me. And we back, and we smoking yours with Slink Johnson.
And the homeboy Shady Chriss.
Right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on
Yes,
Dash
sir.
Radio, man. We in the house with Alex Thomas.
What up? I see your DJ got his DJ t-shirt on now. Put his ones and twos uniform on.
The man does work, man. DJ Daxter does work. We also got David Chin in the house, businessman, cannabis aficionado,
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
producer, mogul, all kinds of shit. David Chin, what's poppin', pimp?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me back on.
Hey,
Appreciate it, man.
hey, thanks for coming, because it's always a treat when players meet, man. When I found
Yes,
out
sir.
you was coming back, man, you know you're always welcome with open arms.
Thank you,
What's new, David Chin?
Not much. Just got here back from hosting an ESPYs event yesterday at Porsche downtown LA with Matt Barnes. We're doing Athletes versus Cancer. It was an exciting event. We unveiled a new Porsche car out there that really helps anyone out there who has cancer. They can go bid on that car. You can hit up Classic PR. She's the one who knows about that. But it was a great event. I mean, we saw some great people out there. Paul Pierce was out there. Obviously, Matt was out there. Alex was out there. It was an amazing event. I had a good
We did
time.
a live remote from the Porsche dealership last night.
Ah, that was
It was
live.
cool.
That was
David
live.
sat down and talked with us. It was fun.
That was
I
awesome.
hate I missed it. I was on set yesterday.
Working.
Yeah, working, man.
That's
but
a
I
good
hate I
thing.
missed this. Yeah, it was just definitely a great thing to work.
Yeah.
But I hate I missed this event. But, you know, it sounds like a great thing. You got a great thing going on.
Appreciate
Athletes
that.
versus cancer.
Yes, sir.
It's fuck cancer.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody
Yes, sir.
versus
Exactly.
cancer.
Matt lost his mom to cancer a few years ago, so he started the foundation. I know a lot about that because my foundation, the Alex Thomas Foundation, it benefits pediatric cancer. A lot of people don't know that the #1 killer of children in America, 15 and younger, is cancer. And cancer hit my family like a ton of bricks about 7 or 8 years ago. So I started my foundation, so I know all about that, and I have a golf tournament every year to try to raise money to fight it off.
A golf tournament that I haven't been invited to yet.
Do you play?
Hell yeah, I play.
Nigga, how? You never told me you play. Have you
I'm
ever
not
said,
real-
Alex, let's go play golf?
Oh, I should say I will play.
Oh, nigga, but you don't know how to
I
play.
don't know how to play.
See, I'm the ghetto Tiger Woods. You know that. They call me
Oh, you be doing your
Inglewoods.
thing?
Yeah.
Come
They
on,
said they
man.
call me Inglewoods.
Inglewoods.
Hey, Alex,
Okay.
I've heard
He's
about
swinging
you
the
right now.
wood.
I've heard about you in your golf prowess, and that's dope, man. I want to check it out because, again, I actually played golf once.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game. I mean, a lot of urban young cats they don't understand. Golf is a fun, and it's not an old man's game. It's a fun game.
You gotta understand. First of all, again, you hear me keep saying this, but it's just such a fabric of my life. Growing up in South Central LA, that was the last thing on the fucking
It was
planet
golf, for
I would have
sure.
thought about was golfing. I passed Chester Washington as a kid, would see it
Man,
every day,
man.
but never did I think I'd be
You know
out
what's
there
crazy?
playing.
I still haven't been.
I live down the street from that motherfucker to this day.
Nigga, to this
To this day.
Come on, let me tell you something, and I'll let you talk back
I've
to.
been to Top Golf in Vegas.
See, that's
you
the
know?
fun shit.
Like,
right, that's
man,
good practice.
yeah.
But getting out there on the
But
course
you know
is a
what
whole
Top Golf
different.
taught me? I do. You think it's easy to hit them motherfuckers, nigga? Nigga, I went out there like I was about to crack this shit out that ball.
Right.
Nigga,
Couldn't do it.
Bitches behind me and shit. Nigga, like, yeah, what? The first swing, whack. I'm like, they laughing and shit because they done been there and shit. I'm like, nah, hold up, watch this one. I mean, I must have sworn like 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
By the time I hit the ball, that shit was like, like, this is some bullshit.
See,
right
what people don't understand, first of all, some of the greatest athletes in the world at whatever sport they played, when their sport was over,
they play golf.
When they retired, they play golf. Why? Because it's the one sport that you're not going to accomplish. It's different every fucking day. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. It doesn't matter if you got 19 championship rings. You would be amazed. It's amazing to find out how hard it is to hit that little white ball. 10 yards, 15 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards.
Right.
I'm going back to Tiger. Tiger, being a black man, he opened up the doors for not only African Americans, but minorities in general to play this sport. The richest people in the world play golf. I know you guys have heard the deals go down on the golf course. So a lot of people don't understand my hustle. Silently, my hustle for the last 15 years is hosting golf tournaments. These NFL and NBA dudes pay me more to host their tournament, crack jokes, raise money, but play golf than an improv 6 shows at the Denver Improv. Then 10 shows at the Albany Funny Bone. So it was always my hustle. I just happen to be a comedian that really plays. But the flip side is the relationships. They keep having me come back. I'm making money. I'm meeting people in. Hey man, it just opened up a lot of doors for me.
Everybody's playing golf right now. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. The Hoovers is playing.
He's doing it. The Hoovers is playing
golf. Q plays golf. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. The Hoovers is on the golf course.
I'm gonna say one last thing to you, Slink, because nigga, you gotta remember this because you're a real LA nigga. Any nigga in LA that's at least 35 and older, you remember every liquor store nigga in the 80s had the golf hats at the liquor store, nigga. And I grew up one of them kids seeing Crips and Bloods wearing that shit.
The golf hats.
But then when I actually started playing, it was almost like memories of when I was a kid, seeing uncles and wearing this shit, but they never play golf. So I'm like the nigga out there really rocking the old school golf hats, but really putting it down. You know what I'm saying? So
I want an old school golf hat. I saw another company making
who got them? It's called Street Level Clothing.
Yeah, Street Level. I had one and I want another one.
So shout out to them. They should hook you up.
I think the only thing about the new ones they make, the golf clubs cross the OG ones, the golf clubs went the same way.
How do you remember that, Slink? How do you know that detail?
That nigga be remembering everything.
How do you remember that? I wouldn't even brought that up because I would have thought, no, I didn't want to look like a nerd. How do you remember that?
Do you smoke weed? You sure you smoke weed?
That's far from being a nerd, man. That's far from being a nerd.
That's crazy that you knew that.
I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit.
That's impressive.
And I know David Chin got that big ass wallet and he gonna show me how to get one too.
You play, David?
I play a little bit. I mean, you're right. I mean, you do the biggest business deals. You got to trap a CEO there for 4 hours. They don't want to lose to you.
There you have it.
And the reality is,
4 hours.
You're hustling, grinding.
That's how long it takes.
And they start seeing your personality, right? If you start losing your patience, you start getting upset, if you start throwing stuff, the reality is that they don't want to do business with you. And so it's a really, really good perspective what you just said. Sitting there for those 4 hours, they're testing you nonstop. Right. But if they figure that you play, whether you win or lose, and you actually get it through, then it's a W for you to actually make that money.
And David, I know you know this because you already said, I'm adding to what you said. It tells you a lot about a person in 4 hours, right? So where I kind of win on golf courses is I'll play in a foursome, and I know in this foursome I don't have as much money as these motherfuckers, right? Like for instance, I'm gonna give you a good example. I just joined Sherwood Country Club.
Right.
Number 2 country club. Oh, thank you.
Congratulations to you, bro.
Thank you.
I saw that.
Number 2 country club in America. I mean, you gotta think about it. There's 600 members, and there's only 5 of us. And those 5 are Tiger Woods, Will Smith, Barack Obama, Sugar Ray Leonard, nigga, and little old me. So you know how much of an accomplishment that is in my life?
That's huge.
Right?
He said,
Right. So what I mean by that, I'll go and I'll play, right? Like last Saturday morning, the foursome was Wayne Gretzky, John Lovitz, this other guy that's a billionaire, and me, right? So in my head, I'm going, nigga, I hope these niggas don't want to bet. Because I cannot fuck with their money. You know what I mean? Luckily, they didn't bet, but I know out this group, I probably don't have as much as these guys, but I know with my personality and just who I am, and I'm just gonna be out here and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna be the dude that I am. At the end of the day, they want to be like, hey, Alex, we're playing again tomorrow. You want to come out and play with us out? We're having a barbecue with. I'm like, nigga, Wayne Gretzky's telling me he wants to come to his house for barbecue. Nigga.
Yeah, nigga, I'm there.
It might not taste like black people barbecue, but nigga, I'ma eat it like it is.
Hey, nigga, there might be raisins in the sweet potato salad, nigga. Or raisins in the greens, nigga.
Like grandmama made this.
Right. But it's the relationships, for the fact that I'm even hanging around with these guys when it's time to talk business. They'll have my ear, all because of golf. Really, everybody, what they do in their lives is on the side. Because when we're playing golf, it doesn't matter that dude owns oil. He was the greatest comedian ever. He was the greatest basketball player. Because we're not even talking about that. We're just one thing we all have in common is getting this little ball in that little hole. And that's what people like.
Yeah. I heard that. See, I don't play much golf, man, but I'm good with a 9-iron.
I play golf. You should take me with you. Take me with you. I got my own set.
Take me too, nigga.
Yeah. Well, when I became a lawyer, I had to. I felt.
Oh, you have to. That's lawyer etiquette number one. You got to be able to play golf.
Yeah, you got to have client.
Who in the fuck was you defending?
Dogs. Just kidding. I don't defend shit.
Funny. You put shit in jail?
I'm a contract person. I make
I'm
relationships.
To the prosecutor, the DA. Let's keep this going, man.
Cassie is
a Jill of all trades, man.
I am a Jill of all trades.
Can I ask?
I'm glad that
can I
was
ask this man a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. We here together.
So last night, I don't know if you had anything to do with this, but I saw roaming around the party, there was a hemp, either infused water. And I was like, how does weed and water go together? Who came up with this? Do you take a sip and it's good for you and you feel high?
Weed and
water.
You
need weed to make water.
I got nothing to do with it.
water to make weed.
But I can tell you that we had a partner one time who had no idea what he was doing, and you're only supposed to have a little sip of it. And he drank 24 ounces of it, and he was blitzed out of his mind for 5 fucking days.
Water.
Guy could not walk. It was water. And for 5 days.
25 ounces?
Like literally like a big bottle. He was shaking. And he comes back to the office, he goes, I just drank that tea and I don't know what's in it. We're like, oh shit. It's literally 1 serving, and he had 6 servings like that.
Oh.
5 days, the guy was on another level.
Should there be a
He was also like 65, no joke.
I need some of that.
Rookie.
I need some of that. I need some of that.
We'll get some over there, yeah.
So
it was
interesting. So what is it?
So what I had nothing to do with it, but what it basically is, it's just infused with that. So like, the particles, some THC in there, some cannabinoids that go in there. That's usually how they do, and they mix it up. So it's a drink because some people can't smoke, right? Or some people can't take pills. So they're drinking it because it digests better. Some is for taste. Like if you have cancer and shit like that.
So it does do something
It does
to
what
you.
it's supposed to be doing.
It makes you high.
But it's THC.
Well, it makes you happy too. I mean, you're hydrated and you're happy.
Right.
Yeah.
I need that in my life, man.
I'm about to start smoking and start drinking. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know who made that, but that's
Whoever
the
made
general thing
on
they
the
do.
tables last night.
Whoever made the
God.
THC water, man, make sure y'all slide something down here to Dash Radio, man. Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m., man.
Yes, sir.
Me and Shady want to be your guinea pig.
We want to drink yours.
Yes, sir.
Drink yours.
Drink yours. That's funny.
That's
Give me about a
fucking
couple
right.
ounces, we good to go.
You're fucking right. So David Chin, man, again, a man is very near and dear to me. You know what I'm saying? Helping me out over here at Dash Comedy Radio with some nice brand deals and things of that nature,
Yes,
man.
sir.
What's coming up next, man?
I mean, coming up next, we're working on an esports tournament coming up. It's with Sherbert. Last year, there was about 5 million people that had actually joined on. It's with Fortnite. This year, it's a 6-week tournament, $200,000 cash prize mixed up in between.
Wow.
So you playing that game, you playing that hustle, that's the way it is. You can sign online, just go to sherbert.com, check it out. It's with Nerd Out guys out there. They had a #1 rated Fortnite video out there. And then, of course, our nonprofit league, which is North American Collegiate League, NACL. So that's a nonprofit scholarships for inner city youth, collegiate people. So we're working on that coming up. And then I head out to China and Asia for a month and doing a couple meetings and some meet and greets out there. So it'll be real interesting.
Okay, take me to China with you.
Let's go. I'm ready to roll.
I've been to Macau.
Black Jesus.
Hey, you'll like it.
Slink can tower over all of your.
Oh, they'll think you're definitely
your
an NBA
associates.
basketball player out there.
How many people you say in China?
Over 2 billion.
Okay, I want to make it 2 billion in one.
I got you. I got you.
I actually had fun, man. I went to Hong Kong. I went to Macau.
Yeah.
I went to Pacquiao fight out there.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's amazing.
It was really fun, man. I had never been to China before. And we had a good time. Me and my wife actually went out when she was pregnant.
Oh wow!
So she was pregnant. She was but it was early in the pregnancy. It was like 4 months pregnant. But we went out there and had a great time. They like black people over there.
They do.
Yeah.
Alex,
Like
Alex,
everybody.
you're officially more Asian than I am.
You've never been?
I've never been to Asia.
Macau, Hong Kong. That's
Let's go.
China, right?
We'll do shows over
They
there.
like
Let's roll.
black, they like
All
black
of
people
us.
everywhere
Let's do it.
except
We do.
Torrance.
And Culver City.
Culver City still tripping?
Man, yeah, and Lancaster. We could name a lot of cities. Let's not go here.
Do you speak the
You might get
language?
triggered.
Yeah, I speak
Fluent?
Chinese. I'm fluent.
What kind?
How do you say smoke yours
dialect?
in Chinese?
I speak Mandarin, Cantonese, Hokkien, and then Spanish too. So.
That's crazy because your English is so.
right?
Man, that's because that hooked on phonics worked for me, man.
Shady.
How do you say smoke
How do you
yours?
say smoke yours in
Speak
Chinese?
several different languages.
I've never seen
It's
someone
Tony,
talk
though.
that clear and
Tony,
can speak
uh-huh.
that
Tony,
their
I can speak
language.
Vietnamese.
Tonida.
Is that your language?
It's smoke yours.
Yes.
English is my
Vietnamese?
language. I am Vietnamese.
How do you say the funny don't
Talk
stop?
to me.
The funny don't stop in Chinese.
Xiao bu ting.
Show ting.
Show that booty.
Show me.
Hey, your Chinese
Show
is
the
real
booty.
good.
What do you say? Show the
He
booty.
was over there.
I like
He was
that. I
over
like
there.
that.
He know what's going on.
That's
Oh,
cool.
I didn't know that.
Man,
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Chin, man. Alex Thomas, man. We up in this motherfucker, man. I haven't had enough weed, man. It's been a crazy week for me. It's been a crazy.
Me too.
The summer has started. We halfway through 2019, man. We're officially
crazy.
halfway through 2019.
That happened so fast.
Yeah, it did. It did,
Didn't
man.
Real
It did.
This show has been on for a while.
Yeah, man. It's like
I love
we've been
that.
on since January now, right?
Yeah, that's
What number
crazy.
you on? What number show?
I lost count.
Yeah, we don't count on this show,
don't fucking
Alex.
count,
Come
man.
on.
You don't count. You have another clue.
We count bloods.
Cassie, are you on every week? You're like,
I produce this show.
What'd you say?
I produce this show.
oh, there you have it. You
I
are
produce
there
this show.
everywhere.
So
I produce
she's-
Savage as Fuck.
She should be giving count.
And
In all actuality, Alex,
Take
she
that.
should know what number
Let's
this
blame-
is, but that's neither
Pretty
here
much the
nor
producer
there.
should know, right?
Yeah,
this
she
is
should.
this is number 420.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll go with
They're
that.
all number 420. They're all episode 420.
That's funny.
Hey, I'm
Every
with
single
that.
one.
I'm with that.
Episode 420.
Yeah, man. You smoking yours with Slink Johnson.
And the homeboy Shady Chriss.
Only on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio on Dash Radio. Download the app. Get a bar. We here every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m., man. We in the house with David Chin and the very funny Alex motherfucking Thomas,
You
man.
feel me?
Hey,
man,
The
I-
timeless.
I want
Alex Thomas.
thank you. I want everybody. First of all, I want to thank everybody for watching my animated series. We just got voted #1 new animated series on Netflix right now as we speak.
What is that? So
It's
I
called
wanna know if I want-
Motown Magic.
Okay,
It's the
Motown. I
whole
have to watch
history of
that one.
Motown. Smokey Robinson is executive producer. Our second season just started last week. We did 52 episodes. I'm one of the stars of the show. My name is Jimmy Mack. I'm a red 1965 Cadillac.
And I'm not on
And
it.
I'm like the Uber of Motown.
And I'm not on it.
The
You said
Uber
you're
of
not-
Motown.
Hey, I'm not a producer, Slink.
So
they
you-
just hired me.
You taking everybody around all the
I take all the kids
talking
around.
shit to them.
Exactly. What's crazy is my son is 1, my daughter's 4. Not just because it's daddy, but that's their favorite show. Like they wake up
Hey.
every morning because every single episode
They know that's daddy
is
too?
ABC.
The
They know
daddy?
it's daddy. ABC.
Oh.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. So they're dancing. So every single Motown song you can think of, and I'm not even exaggerating, is an episode. So like Heard It Through the Grapevine, that's an episode. Jimmy Mack, that's an episode. So the two biggest catalogs in music history is the Beatles and also Motown. So they just built an animated series around it.
Motown,
And with
that's
only
what's up.
black
And
series.
isn't this year like an anniversary for Motown? It's like the 65th
Yeah,
anniversary.
60 something like that.
Yeah.
So I was just happy to be a part of it. A couple of the producers that was on Family Guy, they called me for this. And I'm like, hey man, it's work. I'm there.
You do work very
Fuck
hard,
out of that,
Alex.
man.
Thank you.
And your show is great too.
Thank you. The Funny Don't Stop show was crazy. We tape it right here every single Tuesday
Funny
night.
Don't Stop.
8 to 9:30 p.m.
And last night you did great.
Yeah, we had fun. We had a lot of fun last night. We had to, just deal with the elements
Yeah.
of being a live remote. But shout out to, like you say, every time, man, Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. We got a family over here with, SmokeYours.
I told all of
us,
the
Lewis Dixon, them got a show. Kevin
Yeah.
Tate got a show. They're just building an empire over here. And I heard this is the beginning.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Who knows what's to come?
It's
I had to tell
definitely-
all the athletes that Marcus King tore his ACL, and that's why he wasn't there last night.
Oh, we ripped him a new asshole last night, Slink.
As you should.
I'm like, nigga, you are 75. What the fuck are you running? What the fuck you running the point for down at the Boys and Girls Club? Getting real sports injuries.
He's trying to prove a point.
And he got
She said
surgery from the
ACL.
same doctor as KD.
Yeah, something like that. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're too like you know what's so funny, Slink? Somebody just recently asked me, they're like, I mean, this just came out the blue. Somebody's like, yo, man, why didn't I see you up at such and such celebrity basketball game? I was like, nigga, I don't do celebrity basketball games anymore. Anymore. After, let me just give you a quick question. I don't know if you knew about this, but you know Chris Spencer, right?
Right.
He was in a double cast for a whole year. Both legs.
What? Really?
Going up for a dunk, nigga. In a celebrity basketball. First of all, he planted on this leg, ripped every piece of your knee out that way, landed on this, and broke that.
Ooh.
Chris ain't no spring chicken either.
No, not at all. And I was like, so all of us comics, we were like, okay, let me tell you what. Not only him getting super hurt, I'm like, nigga, I can't afford to get hurt. Now, I have an audition tomorrow, nigga. I'm an actor. I am not a basketball player. So what happened was, this is when I stopped playing.
Same reason you don't do porn.
No more porn for me either. But I was an amateur. I was an amateur porn. I never made it to the pros. I messed with the AAA bitches. They never made it to the big leagues. No, but what happened was when real athletes started playing in these celebrity games, that's when I'm like, nigga, I'm done. When niggas like, you're playing against Terrell Owens. Like, this nigga's wrapping up ankles really and running plays. Right. And really done. Like, nigga, this is all comedians and actors.
Basketball players.
Right. This nigga can really go play for the Grizzlies right now.
Nigga, I'm not doing that shit. Motherfuckers be thinking I want to play. I'm 6'7". They just automatically assume I play ball. No, nigga, I smoke blunts and eat pork. Nigga, I'm not doing that shit. The fuck I look like, man?
Hey, Slink, I'll pay $5 to see you shoot a basketball about 2-3 times, man.
Hey, man, well, run that 5. I'll shoot it. I can play real good when ain't nobody else on the court.
I see a T-shirt. I see a T-shirt for you. You know what it needs to say?
What's that?
Cushion hot dogs.
Cushion hot dogs.
For real.
Indeed. Instead of playing small forward when I was in high school, instead of being an athlete playing small forward, I played left pistol for the Inglewood Carjackers.
Inglewood Carjackers, left pistol.
You're not a small anything.
Oh, that shit's so funny.
Small forward. He was definitely the power forward.
Inglewood Carjackers. That's a T-shirt too.
Yeah, nigga.
That's funny.
Nigga, that's who I played for, man. I actually went 19-1, man.
19-1. What year?
89 and 90.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you get your rookie card? You should get your rookie card.
Oh, yeah. Funny. My rookie card is down there at the Inglewood PD.
That's
They got my picture on the card.
Inglewood PD.
And it's signed.
That's funny.
And it's signed, man. Yeah, man. We in here, man.
What about celebrity golf tournaments?
Alex ain't invited me to none.
Say it again?
Do you do celebrity golf tournaments?
Oh my God, dude, I do like 15, 20 a year. Yes. Like I said, that's my hustle.
Didn't you just hear the man?
Like, I know, literally, people come up to me and they go like, how do you know all these legends? What happens is when you host one, they all have their own foundations.
That's still athletic. That's still a sport.
Golf?
Oh no, golf is as athletic as it gets for me, nigga. That's yeah. That's about as just athletic as it gets.
Is it the back there?
Hey man, you know it's not. So traditionally, golfers were always known as fat, out of shape, old white men.
Yeah.
Tiger revolutionized the sport.
Have any professional golfers came and played? Do any professional golfers be in
where
in the tournaments with you?
No.
No professional golfers. Okay.
No. It's all athletes and entertainers.
Okay, so are the professional golfers, are they barred from it, or they just don't do it?
No. If you have friends, like for instance, like when I played in Michael Jordan's tournament, he'll have because he's Michael Jordan, he might come by, but he can't like play against us or with us.
He's gonna whoop.
Because nigga, he would destroy us. He would kill us.
Because they are really professionals. It's just like any sport. A professional golfer is gonna whoop your ass.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. So that's how it is. But no, it's a bunch of us amateurs that just love the game.
Exactly.
And nobody's like I always say, if golf was my job, I'd be homeless, nigga. But I do pretty goddamn good for a comedian. As long as I can beat the other comedians, and I've never been a gambler, right? I never was a dice nigga. I never was a Vegas nigga. But I will bet you on the golf because I really do have game. Like I really will play skins with you and think I can get you because I can.
It's a lot of precision that goes into golf, man. I don't think a lot of people understand them dudes when they good at it. They know how to hit that ball, man, and hit that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Where they want
it's
to go.
not easy at all.
It's not easy.
Oh, it's one of the hardest sports
hard.
ever in the history of sports.
It's very hard.
Period. Again, that's why I said the greatest athletes in the world, when they're done with whatever they do, they play golf because it's just, dude, it gets
You gotta
so
learn
frustrating.
again. It's something you gotta go learn again.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
like, damn, I gotta learn how to hit
And
this
your
ball.
ego can't get in the way.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what you did before. Like an old man, I'll never forget. I was playing at Chester Washington at the hood spot, right? And I hit a fucked up ass shot. I was mad as fuck. I was cussing. Like, God damn it. The fuck is wrong with me? This old pimp nigga said, hey, my nigga, hold up. Let me tell you something. Golf don't give a fuck about you. And I was like, God, this nigga just put it all in
cried.
And it would come from a pimp.
That
That
came
sounds
from
like
an old 70s pimp, nigga.
I definitely cried my first round of golf.
You what?
Like I cried.
golf.
Oh,
I got
it's
so upset.
frustrating.
Yeah, I was
Frustrated,
so
yeah.
Oh,
sad.
it's frustrating.
And it was in Hawaii, and it just felt like shit, and I was literally bawling. And somebody from the from the place came up to me. They're like, "How's it going?" And I was crying at this stranger. I'm like, "I can't hit the ball." And then they gave me this. They let me use this driver that was like an airsoft gun. Have you guys heard of this?
I have.
It's
They
an
did it
off the
at
market.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like a driver that basically you click it like an airsoft gun, and then you just aim it, and then you
It just
pull the
shoots.
trigger,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it shoots the ball.
They just did that at Reggie Bush's tournament
And you
last
felt
week.
good about that.
No, but like at least I could like people don't have to play through and shit. Like I was,
Like
it kept me
everyone
from
waiting on
crying.
you.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go next time you go, Alex. Take me out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna go too, I wanna
Well, you
go
know
too.
they do that smoke. They do Red Grant does that golf beef shit too.
Yeah, I've been. I had
That's
a lot
the
of
hood
fun with-
shit, but
I had
it's
a lot
fun.
of fun with golf beef, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
they put that on all the time, man. Shout out to Red
Percy
Grant,
and
my
them,
man,
yeah.
Big Percy.
He does
Yeah,
poker
yeah.
tournaments too.
So at golf
Yeah,
beef
and
they
domino
play.
tournament.
Slink at golf beef they be playing. They
Yeah, golf
get it.
beef they really play. They
Yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah.
I saw you at golf
Yeah,
beef
yeah,
once.
yeah, yeah.
You
So-
won? Did you win? Who beat you?
Well, no, it's a tournament, so it's not like us
Oh.
playing against each other.
It's just hitting balls.
So I did mine for, and you know, just real talk. I did my tournament like 5 years in a row, and a whole lot of people started doing them after me, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm not mad at nobody,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's a good thing, especially when you're giving back. And like what we do at my tournament, every year we honor a different one of my Hall of Fame friends for what they've done in their careers and what they've done for the community. So one year we honored Jim Brown at my tournament. One year we honored Matt Barnes. One year we honored so many different guys. Lawrence Taylor, Vince Carter, Vince Young. You know, just people that I know that love golf and they've done things for their communities in their different cities.
We should
So
do
they come
something
out
with
and
David
support
Chen.
them. Yeah,
I'd love to.
Yeah,
Anytime,
yeah.
man. That'd be amazing.
absolutely.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, man. So maybe be a sponsor of one of the tournaments
Absolutely.
one
You
year.
let me know. We'll
It's
make it happen.
star-studded, man. It's really fun.
Yeah, you see all this big motherfucking talk we get done up here, all this goddamn this good deal making and shit. Just make sure I'm in on that shit.
Yeah.
Don't come up here and be making $1 million deals on the golf course.
Then come back here and talk to you about it. Hey,
From
Slink,
the
remember
show.
we was talking about that shit last show?
We'll
We
talk
did
about it
that.
on your show,
We
nigga.
did that.
Can I come? Nah. We should have like a SmokeYours tournament
We should.
where
We-
everybody
should.
you gotta
Well, we
smoke.
just smoke
Oh, what you
Smoke
need
all
to
the
do is
bucks with
team up with Red in person, because let me tell you something. The golf bank thing, they had like, let's say there's 18 holes. Weed sponsors were on 15 of them holes.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were.
It was weed everywhere. So yeah,
I
definitely.
walked away from golf beef with a plethora of booty,
Yeah,
with a nice bag of trinkets and.
Trim.
Nah, I didn't get no trim. I didn't get no
trim is old school. What?
Yeah, yeah.
I just learned what trim
Yeah,
was.
Cassie just became familiarized with the
So
word
she-
trim.
Yeah, like how did that even come up?
Yeah, I
uses
just learned
it
a couple
every
weeks ago
Tuesday.
what trim.
Where were you at when you
Here,
learned the
right
word?
here.
I think one of
How
his,
did it come up?
I think his follower was saying something, right? One of your followers on Instagram was
I don't
saying
know.
something.
You got to be 50 and
We
older
be
to know
talking
about the
real.
word trim.
Hey, man.
Dax
See?
probably said it.
See,
Dax
it's not
probably brought
me.
that nasty shit up.
Yeah, trim is some old, Pimp and Tony type shit. You
This
know
whole
what I mean?
time I thought it was weed.
Trying to
I thought
give
they
me
were
a
talking
shot
about
of
weed.
trim, man. You know what I'm saying?
Funny. That's
I first got trim from Reggie Hammonds. In 48
Come on,
hours,
man.
Reggie Hammond said
Reggie
he wanted to get him a
Hammond.
shot of trim
Yeah.
while he was out. Let him out. Let him get a shot of trim.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help you find the motherfucking nigga with the money.
Gans. Remember that?
Gans.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. I watched
yeah,
that movie 13 million times.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Eddie Murphy, man.
Yes, sir.
Who just recently made an appearance with Seinfeld. I think on Comedians with Cars.
Yes.
Is that Seinfeld?
Yeah,
Coffee.
drinking coffee.
Comedians and Coffee, man. So
Coffee, comedian. What is it?
Comedians and Cars.
Comedians
Coffee.
in cars drinking coffee.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eddie's one of the coolest dudes, man.
I haven't seen it. I would love to meet Eddie. I have never met Eddie. However, Charlie was a good friend of mine, and God bless his soul.
Absolutely.
But-
Charlie was a real cool dude.
Yeah, I knew Charlie.
But Eddie is one of my first comedic influences.
Well, Richard Pryor was my favorite of all time. But then growing up more on Eddie, and I always tell this story, it's almost like when you hear stories about how when Kobe first met Michael Jordan, right? He grew up idolizing, wanting to be like. Eventually, he played with him, and they became friends. Let me tell you something, man. If you look at my old Def Comedy Jam tapes, I'm talking early 90s with Martin and the early DL was the host of Comic View. Everybody remembers me as the little nigga with the gloves. I don't know if you ever remember. Early 90s, for my first 5 years of stand-up, I wore gloves. Why did I wear gloves?
Why?
Raw.
Really?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie's influence,
Raw.
definitely.
It's almost like, cats, athletes, they want to dress like a certain athlete. The reason I did this because such and such wore this and that. I knew as a young comic, they might not know my name. I ain't got no credits. I ain't did shit
But
yet.
they gonna know where my
The
gloves
little
are.
nigga with the gloves. So that's how I met Michael Jordan.
But did you wear the skin tight leather suit?
Absolutely not, nigga. Nigga, I look like a West Coast Wu-Tang member, nigga.
The red one or the black one?
I
nigga?
was straight hip hop. But I say all that to say, long story short, I ended up being close and friends with Eddie. That was one of the biggest things, like a personal accomplishment. The person you looked up to. When that nigga came up to me the first time, it was like, yo, you're a funny motherfucker. I'm having a party at the house. I'm a fight fan. You like fights? I'm like, yeah, nigga, I love fights. Let me tell you something. Eddie's fight parties, I don't know if you've ever heard the stories. If anybody's ever told you the stories. I'ma say for a good 10 to 12 years, that nigga's fight parties at his house was like going to the Four Seasons, nigga, and it'd be the Oscars, but it'd be the black Oscars. Every star you can think of, because Eddie was a huge fight fan. And Sugar Ray Leonard was one of his best friends. Man, that's how I met damn near every superstar on the planet was always at Eddie's fight parties.
If I'm not mistaken, Eddie's stepfather was a boxer or a boxing fan, big
absolutely,
boxing fan.
on the East Coast.
On the East Coast. So yeah, Eddie came up. A lot of people
That's how I
don't know
met
that.
Charlie and all that.
Eddie came up. Eddie, Charlie,
Eddie got a
Vernon, all of
squabble
them
in,
came
shit.
up in boxing.
Oh, absolutely.
So them dudes not only had jokes, they got hands.
got hands.
So Charlie, like, it's so funny when Chappelle got his show, right? So many of the skits and sketches, I literally remember all those talks and everything right in Eddie's kitchen. Like Prince would be at the house.
That's crazy.
Rick James would be at the house.
Prince likes fights?
DeBarge would
Or
be at
Prince
the
liked
house.
fights?
Oh no, he would just. These guys were friends, and it's crazy being a young comic, being around all these people that you grew up watching on TV,
stars.
and then just over here for barbecue. Hanging out. I mean, first of all, Eddie's house, nigga, and I'm not exaggerating, it's like going to the Four Seasons. Like,
It's big as fuck.
look, nigga, if y'all want to go downstairs and bowl, I'm like, nigga, bowl in your house? Downstairs? Like, nigga has a bowling alley in his house. The backyard looks, have you ever been to the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't let
It'd be
niggas
like
in.
going to the Four Seasons pool. Like, nigga, you feel like you're in Bora Bora.
Really?
Nigga, you are right off of Mulholland and goddamn Sepulveda, nigga.
Damn, the
At
Four
top of the
Seasons
hill.
pool look like that.
Now, when I tell you, I've been to all his houses, but this particular one
Was the one.
It's just the one that just kind of made all us young comics, like Dave Chappelle, all the Wayans brothers, everybody. We used to be like, nigga, we have a long way to go. Like, nigga, Jokes got this nigga a 32-car garage. You know, Jokes is the reason that's an Olympic-sized pool and an Olympic-sized jacuzzi, nigga.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? So it was just always motivation,
On
man.
Fufu.
Eddie's
On
so-
Fufu
absolutely.
bought
I
him
never
that.
see Eddie around. I see Dave's a good friend of mine.
Because he's too rich to come down the hill.
right. But I get
Hey,
it.
Eddie,
blame him.
Eddie. This your boy Slink, man. Invite me.
Eddie.
This your boy, man.
Said,
Invite me
come
through.
on down here.
He doesn't
come
have the
over,
parties
Eddie.
as much as he used to, but when I tell you, he was a cool, humble dude, believe it or not. You know, people
I
that
believe
talk
it.
mess from the outside in, I could never jump on it, because when you actually know somebody, but you hear people that talk from the outside that don't know these people, that nigga's the coolest dude on the planet.
I believe it. And
You
a lot of times I don't think people understand about a lot of celebrities are very cool. You don't let the handlers and people around the
And the
celebrity
haters.
Right.
give you a bad impression of the
Of who they
celebrity.
are.
And they like
Again.
it when you treat them like they're real people.
Yep.
That's the.
They are shit.
Right, I know, but like some people like they don't get that a lot. Yeah, a lot of people, give him shit about like,
First
oh my
off,
God.
Eddie, believe it or not, he just really loves being around funny motherfuckers. You ask anybody that's been around Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, the Wayans, all the people I've been around 15 years. It's like we're doing right now. This is how it is in his kitchen.
I took a shit.
But everybody got.
Let's bring it over there.
I took
Let's
a shit at Snoop House first time I went over there. I had to just make
You
sure.
left your mark.
I left my mark. You know what I'm saying? I had to.
With no poopery.
No poopery. They like when you be real around them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said, "Hey, what the bathroom?"
Right. Snoop is another one, man. One of the coolest dudes on planet Earth, man. Indeed. It's so funny when these people are your friends and you hear people from the outside talking in that aren't around these people. Most down-to-earth, cool motherfucker on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And then, Slink, I know you've dealt with this before. Have you dealt with people in this Hollywood business that either have no credits, really ain't did shit, and are some fucking assholes?
Yeah, indeed.
And it's like and it's crazy. You go like, dude, who the fuck are you?
Who is you?
And you are an asshole. And I know people that are 10 times bigger and are cool as fuck.
Right.
And them the type,
As a producer, yes.
And them the
I've
types
seen
that make me want to put on my Inglewood jersey and meet them in a dark alley.
Exactly.
19 and 1.
19.
Even if they do have credits, like there's really no reason. That's what my thing is. I've met so many. Like Chappelle's one of my dearest friends, and he's one of the coolest guys ever.
Hey man, really cool.
And when I meet anybody, even like I met a couple of big stars who have the chip on their shoulder too.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But then it's like, but why? Why are you like this?
It always fucked me up when I meet celebrities or people that I watched or fans of, and they know who I am already.
Isn't that cool?
I met Dave Chappelle once, and that nigga said, "Black Jesus." Oh, that fucked
That's
me
crazy,
up.
right?
That's what's up.
So now you brought up my final. I mean, I know I don't want to talk you guys under the table, but you brought up one. I got to tell the story now.
Yeah.
So I always tell everybody my Michael Jackson story.
Right on.
Oh yeah, I'm all ears.
How the fuck I met Michael Jackson?
Run it.
Because it's similar to what the fuck you just said. So it was Diddy's 30th birthday party at the Playboy Mansion.
Ooh, that was like 25
So
years.
1999 or something like that.
Party.
It's because we're all around the same age, so it was like I'll never forget because I had never been to the Playboy Mansion. I got invited. Just saw the nigga the day before, like at the Beverly Center. Nigga was passing out flyers. Like I remember niggas that far back, right? He's like, nigga, my birthday party's tomorrow night. I'm like, where's niggas at the Playboy Mansion? I'm like, nigga, I live here, and I ain't never been to the Playboy Mansion, right? So I go to the Playboy Mansion. It's ridiculous. It's when Sean John was just starting. Ciroc hadn't been around or nothing yet. Star-studded. But at that time, I already was friends with Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy, right? So they happened to be at the party, nigga. We're sitting down, and out of nowhere, Arsenio just goes, "Hey man, Alex, you ever met Mike?" And I was like Tyson, because I met Mike Tyson before. He goes, Michael Jordan. I'm like, I just met Michael Jordan or whatever. He's like, nah. He goes, nah, nigga, Michael Jackson. I'm like, nah, nigga, I've never met Michael Jackson. He said, you want to meet him? I'm like, hell yeah. He goes, nigga, he's right there. Nigga, I looked to my right, and in the Playboy Mansion, there was these giant swings. Like a swing, like swings in the park?
Yeah.
But the seats were like 6-7 feet long.
Right.
And there was two of them. Michael is sitting in this swing. Tom Cruise is in the other swing.
Stop it.
I couldn't make
this up. But
they're both by themselves. Nobody's bothering them, nigga. They just like, that's how you know you're in a real high class party, nigga. Michael Jackson, Tom Cruise, and some swings from the city, these giant bolted chains from the ceiling, and they're just sitting there talking
like children.
Like 17 feet, like 17 feet away from me. But I hadn't looked that way. He was just like, Arsenio's like, do you want to meet him? He's like, nigga, there he goes right there. And nigga, I tell you, when I looked, my whole body just got hot. Nigga. It just got hot. I had never been starstruck before. I felt like I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, nigga. Felt like a little bitch, right? I'm like, oh my God, like that's Michael Jackson right there. He's like, let's go meet him. And I was like, oh shit. And Eddie goes, the nigga probably know who you are. And I'm like, How the fuck would he know?
Right.
And at that time, my only credits was Def Comedy Jam and like a bunch of comedy shows. Right? He goes, he probably knows who you are. I'm like, what do you mean by that? He goes, all he does is sit around and watch comedy. Anything to do with comedy. Eddie was like, nigga, he comes to my house and we'll just watch old Dolomites. And he just likes to laugh because his life is so stressed and he loves stand-up. And at that time, he had just met Chris Tucker. So Chris Tucker and I were real close friends, and we all came up together. So I'm like, so maybe he watches Def Comedy Jam or something. I don't know.
Right.
So nigga, I'm walking over. He was only like 17 feet, but nigga, it felt like it was 2 miles, nigga, right? They're walking me over there, and Eddie just goes, hey, Mike, this is Alex Thomas. Alex Thomas is his mic, nigga. And Michael, you be me. Say hi to me. And this is all Michael did. Say hi to me.
What's going on, Alex?
You're very funny. That's all he said, nigga. That nigga said, you're very funny.
Hit the laugh again.
He just went, you're very funny.
And is he big? He big as fuck?
Nigga,
Is
no,
he
I'm not
big?
finished. I'm not finished. He goes, you're very funny, right? And nigga, like my whole body, I couldn't help myself, nigga. This is my reaction. Say you're very funny.
You're very funny. Like I've been waiting all my life for this shit.
I gave that nigga the biggest hug. Eddie and fucking Arsenio fell out laughing. That was just my only. I didn't say nothing else. I just gave him like the biggest hug, and it was done. Nigga. It was just like my whole body. Like I felt like I can just rise into heaven.
Hey, look,
But
man.
when I tell everybody, love last thing, I tell everybody, you don't realize, Slink, how white that motherfucker was until he was next to a real white person.
And he watered it in.
Nigga, Tom Cruise looked like Wesley Snipes next to this
Oh my
nigga.
God.
Oh, you met him at that time. He was bleached already out the game.
Yeah.
Oh, he was that white. I mean, Tom was darker than him. But it's my first time seeing him in person and shit.
Right.
Nigga just had on some, like, he had some jeans. He had some, like, $1 trillion boots, nigga. Like, the boots look like he got them from another country or something. But he just looked regular. His hair was pulled back, like, in a ponytail. I'm like, this nigga's Mike tonight.
He fucking around and dancing.
But yeah, I said that because you brought up, you never know who knows you.
But Mike, I'm sure Mike had that kind of power, man. You know, anybody, you turn to a big old bag of sugar when you run into Mike. I mean, Michael turned Tookie Williams into, you know what I'm saying?
Tell you, all I did was hug him, nigga. I'm usually not, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing else. Nigga, I just gave him a big ass hug, and I was like, oh.
What can you say?
Right.
What can you say in the presence of greatness?
Something. Come on, something like nigga that just reminds you, But
it's true. A lot of these guys, like, they just watch comedy. I'm not surprised that Dave knew who you were and that Michael knew who you were. Like
Hey, Alex, you know what? That make me think, man. I bet you have one of the most trill and extensive photo albums or collections in the game.
You haven't heard the stories, nigga?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen my Throwback Thursday game is incredible, nigga. Ask Chris Spencer, ask Dwayne Martin, ask Will Smith, ask all the Wayans brothers. I was the nigga. Before Instagram, they used to tease me
Because you taking
in
pictures.
the early 90s because I always had cameras.
Yeah.
They're like, this nigga right here, until they would see my pictures. And it was like, this nigga is a professional amateur photographer.
A profamateur.
Dude,
You do everything amateur. You amateur king.
Oh, nigga, I posted Dave died laughing just recently because I posted a Throwback Thursday of me, Dave Chappelle, and Mike Epps walking down the street in 1994 after we had just did Def Comedy Jam. Nigga, we looked like we were 8, 9, and 11 years old.
Skinny and shit.
And I just always had cameras. So when the Instagram shit came around, I'm like, I am about to destroy this.
You have like a bank.
You was like ahead
an
of the game and
archive.
shit.
What? People are like, how did you get on it so fast? I was like, nigga, because I'm really coming from a real career, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I really was doing this shit. You know what I'm
come
saying?
from the time where you had to have you had to have them physical.
I had
Pictures
a fit. Niggas used to destroy me. When I tell you, they'd be like, this nigga right here. Oh, you the photographer now? But nigga, it had a beautiful flash. And I always had it with me. And you look back at some of my pictures, Slink. Ask Snoop, nigga, I got pictures. Like even when we were doing The Wash, when we did Players Club, I have pictures of me, Bernie, Ice Cube, all of us. Like I was always the nigga, like in the makeup chair. Me, Bernie, and Cube. Like nigga, can you please?
Hey, flick
Niggas
up.
would be like,
Yeah,
this
right.
nigga got a real camera. And yes, nigga. Yes, I do. Yes, I
got a
do.
real camera.
Well, yeah, because they didn't have camera phones till way later.
Oh, that came way later. But I always carried a camera with me, so
That's a good thing.
I did the same thing.
I like the memories of my
I'm kind of
career.
the same way.
You know what I mean?
I tell people all the time, you're gonna be happy I took this 10 years from now. You're gonna be happy about it.
Yeah, I
Hey,
be
man.
telling my son that all the time.
Absolutely. Because you know what? I've always been into pictures. I'm a historian. So I love seeing like pictures from the 60s, and you'll see a picture of like Muhammad Ali, Sammy Davis Jr.,
Right. Yeah, I like that shit, too.
Malcolm
Yeah.
Martin
I
Luther
like those type
King,
of pictures,
and they're at
too.
a coffee house or something. I'm like, damn, what were they talking about that day? Like,
these not
what was
fake
it like?
pictures. They was there.
You know what
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Them hoes.
Drill 3 for sure, huh?
They was talking-
Trim.
That nigga
They're
said
talking about
trim.
trim.
Sammy Davis Jr. nigga.
Martin Luther King was like, man, I met this bitch marching yesterday, right? Nigga, let me tell you.
Look here, Jesse.
Free at last,
Look here,
nigga.
Jesse. She had so much ass. Her ass was just glorious, Jesse.
Right.
Yeah, man. You listening to Smoke Yours with Slink Johnson.
And homeboy Shady Chriss.
Right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio on Dash Radio. Download the app. Listen to us every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. only on Dash Radio. We in the house.
How'd you get your name, Slink?
My name came in high school, man. Tall and slinky.
Well, there you have it.
Tall and slinky.
That was simple.
Slink
What's your real
Capone.
name?
My real name, my mother named me Gerald. I like my name, Gerald. My mother named me
okay.
Gerald.
My
mother-
nigga, you look like you could be Gerald too. Nigga, that is you. Like, it
Yeah,
look
yeah,
like, nigga, that don't look like it's not you.
So the
Gerald sound like a nigga with a whole lot of parking tickets.
with a whole lot of motherfucking problems, man. But to all the check writers out there, in case you need to know, my name is Gerald Johnson, Gerald Johnson. Make sure you write that check out right, man. I appreciate
On
it.
IMDb, is it Slink or Gerald?
It's Slink Johnson.
Everything's Slink.
Everything's Slink Johnson. We in the house with David Chin, Alex Thomas. What's up, David?
What's up? Having a great time just listening to these stories, man. They're
Man,
amazing.
he got him.
Didn't
Wow.
come through with no weed for a nigga, but that's neither here nor there.
I got you that CBD. Yeah.
Be honest with you, man. Ain't nothing on me hurting, man. I want to get high.
He's an elevate.
They said my lungs hurt. Nigga, they
funny.
emptied in them bitch out here. Nigga.
That is funny.
Yeah,
The
man.
nigga tell nigga, I don't need to get healthy, bro.
Do you wake and bake
All the time.
and then go to sleep to get you to go to sleep?
Yeah, sometimes like I wake up. I wake up early naturally. Like I don't know, for
me
some
too.
reason I wake up between like
It's because all those kids you got.
4:50 and 5 o'clock. Yeah.
It's from all those babies.
Do you brush your teeth first or just smoke the weed first,
Nah,
then
I
brush your
smoke
teeth?
smoke the
first.
weed first.
You gotta
You
smoke
smoke the
first.
weed first,
Yeah.
I smoke the
Gotta
weed
then
first.
brush.
Yes.
Because
Same.
brushing kind of.
It's gonna defeat the purpose. Number one, after I brush my teeth and smoke, and when I smoke after I brush my teeth, it tastes different.
It tastes.
How
it's
can
like
you get
my-
out
It's like
from bed if
brushing
you
your
ain't
teeth, then
smoked
going to
yet?
eat your cereal. Like,
Ah.
why you doing that, bro? It's backwards as fuck.
I can't rise from the bed until I've smoked.
But
But
I
yours
get-
is cigarettes though, right?
No, I smoke.
Oh, you smoke weed too?
I
Okay.
was assigned this
I always see you with a
job.
cigarette, so I didn't know.
Because that's what she's
I was
talking
assigned
about.
this job because I smoke.
Weed.
Well, there you have it.
And because I
You're
love
at
Slink
home.
Johnson.
Absolutely.
Marcus
but
King made
unfortunately,
me.
due to the policies down here at Dash Radio, we can't smoke in the studio, which kind of puts a very big damper on.
I know. I
the-
wish we could drink. So
Wine.
I drink. Like I wish
Yeah, I
we could
do
be
too.
sipping while we doing the show. That would just
bought something. We could. We can't, but we could.
yeah.
Yeah, Shady
It helps
Chriss.
the good times roll.
I'm the one who always says no drinking or smoking in the studio.
You
You drink?
every Tuesday.
Shady
Does
Chriss.
Shady
Wednesday.
Chris drink?
Every
Alex
Wednesday.
just
In a
asked
flask?
if Shady
In
Chris
the
drinks.
or the bottle. Or the bottle.
He didn't bring the bottle today because his
Nah.
fingers can't grip it.
Right.
That's
Right.
I'm gonna get you one of those camelbacks, just filled with, so you can just wear it on
Oh,
your
with
back.
that. I'm definitely with that. With the straw right here.
Oh, you want a nigga getting
Oh, you a
fucked
Hennessy
up,
drinker?
huh?
Huh?
Hennessy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Hen
you know
dog,
what?
your dog.
I just stopped drinking Hennessy. I want to say last week, and I'm only saying I stopped because for
Why?
3 days straight I've been buying Douce. Hennessy has been. That's how I know I'm getting a little.
But
older.
Douce's whiskey though, right?
No,
Douce
Douce
is
is
cognac.
That's
cold.
cognac
It's
also?
cognac.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah.
little smoother because it like the after effect of Hennessy when I wake up now it feel different, man. It just making nigga.
I'm not
Getting
a brown
older.
drinker. I like vodkas. I like
Oh.
wines. I'm one of I used to drink brown as a young kid, nigga, but that shit just
Same.
too many problems in my life, nigga. With
You're
that.
not lying though.
Huh?
You're not
A
lying.
whole lot of niggas locked up on that brown, nigga.
I'm a light drinker totally, man. But when I do drink, I when I'm drinking alcohol, I like cognac, I like vodka,
Same
and
here.
some gin. Do not
I
give me
don't
no
do gin.
brandy. Do
Don't
not
do
give me
brandy.
no E&J. Do
Nah.
not give me no Christian Brothers. I don't give a fuck about no brandy.
None of that.
Brandy will have
Nothing.
a nigga all fucked over. Me and my baby mom be in jail off that fucking
Fucking around
brandy.
with Brandy.
First of all, Slink, if you're drinking brandy, you with a nigga that's 67 and older, nigga. Because
Or you
brandy
with a
is
nigga
not the hip hop drink,
No,
nigga.
it's not.
I didn't hear a song lately with a nigga
No,
talking
it's
about
not
brandy. in it.
Our only song ever about brandy was about a goddamn dog. That nigga was drunk, drinking, and talking, I really miss you, Brandy.
Come on, man. Exactly.
Hey, Alex, they youngsters though. Nobody know that
nothing
about
about
man.
that, nigga.
Nobody know
That
that.
tells
man.
our age.
Yeah, Brandy.
Look,
David-
DJ
David-
Dax knew about it. DJ Dirty Dick. That's how he get his bitches. That nigga, that nigga got a big ass pole with some brandy hanging at the end of it, and he had to lead the bitches.
You
to
can't
his house.
taste. You can't taste the roofies in the brandy, right?
The roofies.
You can't taste those roofies.
The elders.
Elders. Is this
What are you
church?
doing hanging around elders?
My nigga said
You be drinking in
elders.
church?
That just looked
This nigga
weird
is getting
coming
drunk
out.
with the priest, nigga. This nigga is getting drunk with Deacon Johnson and shit.
Deacon
nigga.
Johnson.
He's an old
Minister
soul.
Thompson and shit.
He's
Yeah.
like, so when I'm DJing at the old folks' home,
They bring out that whiskey and
Nah, it's kind of like the stories that they tell, but it also
Whoa.
kind of separates. Because here is a young man talking to these,
yeah.
Oh, the people, yeah.
Was our
Yeah.
mics on just now?
His
Yeah.
mic is not on. He
He
doesn't
don't have
have
a
a mic.
mic.
I'm talking about the lights wasn't on right here. Nothing. Wasn't none on.
See, when
Oh,
you're
they just
drinking,
went to sleep.
when you're drinking with elders, they be like, DJ Dirty Dick, why don't you try some of this cold duck, nigga?
Try this hallelujah weed.
Them old bitches at the old folk home be getting his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now he said a couple of shows ago, he said he liked old bitches.
He said it.
We
He
were
said
talking,
it, Slick. He
Alex,
said it.
Alex, because
He said it.
I said that like when we were young, my thing was like now I can appreciate a grown woman
And
ass, a mama ass.
His
And
words
I
was like, I always like older bitches. He
Like,
said
at what
it.
age you talking? Like,
I'm
you
talking
were,
about like 8. When you look at a grown woman, you
Oh.
you didn't look at her as an object
He
of sex.
did.
It's like,
Exactly.
oh, she's a mama.
Right,
and
right.
now at this age, I can appreciate that.
Dax did.
Dax was like, no, I
No.
liked old
He
bitches.
But
said
now we
at
know
8
why.
years
It's because
old,
his dad
he
was introducing
grabbing
him-
them titties. At 8,
His-
that's what he was saying.
That's because his dad was introducing him to porn when he
porn
was a
and-
child.
to porn and brandy.
That's what he was
yeah,
saying.
porn and brandy.
Oh my God, how many kids you got?
We need to call the Texas Department of
Dax,
Social Services
Dax,
to have
how
that nigga
many
daddy
kids you
investigate.
got, Dax?
Proactive.
You don't got no kids? He
know,
not claiming his
allegedly-
kids.
allegedly-
This nigga don't claim his kids.
Allegedly.
This nigga's a statistical black
Supposedly.
father. We don't know what's going on in here. This nigga don't want to claim none of them.
You look like one of them niggas that by 17 you had 3 kids. You was a nigga with a full beard by 14. You was one of them niggas, huh?
I feel like
That
that
was
was
me for sure.
Shady Chriss. Yes,
Oh,
that
my
was definitely
goodness.
Shady Chriss.
I had all the bitches in high school.
That nigga had a real use
I was
for
15 with
condoms
a
at
whole
12.
chin strap
He
on
had
it.
a real use for them.
Always living, bro.
Going back to that story, it's because, like you said, my dad introduced. So when I used to see, like, elementary, I used to see girls around me, I was thinking they was dudes because I was looking
Oh, because they didn't have breasts?
Because they didn't have titties.
He
Oh
said I used to
my
think they
God.
was dudes.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up from Houston.
Texan, Houston.
Oh, some country shit.
So he like big ass titties.
So you were a nigga in soccer practice during timeouts. You was smoking Newports. Shit. Y'all niggas gonna practice.
Sipping lean
Nigga, I
and
said
shit.
time out.
Oh yeah. Hey, Alex, he older than that. He smokes Cools, probably even Salem's. You a
Joe
G ass
Pebbles and
nigga.
shit.
Salem.
That nigga had a
Salem.
Salem 100.
My auntie
Who was the one with the camels? The camels.
The camels.
Yeah, my
Oh,
auntie
you guys are
used to- my auntie
cute.
smoked
I hope
Salem.
David
That's
Chen, I
crazy.
hope you're taking notes for the alcohol line that you're
I
gonna start.
got my managers over there
Okay,
doing
you guys taking notes?
Oh, those are all managers?
I want him down. No, that's my partner Sean
No
over there.
brandy.
How you doing,
He,
man?
he came in from Canada to come visit me, man.
some
Oh, that's
Dulce.
what part of Canada?
Congratulations on y'all win.
Did you bring some poutine?
Toronto, as in.
Did you bring poutine?
No, he already had all the poutine.
What
He
city?
loves
He's
poutine.
from Saskatoon.
I think
No, but
poutine
as
is
it
the
can-
only
wait,
thing
wait,
Slink
wait.
would like more than weed.
No,
That's 6 hours
wait.
higher than Calgary.
Oh, wow.
So
He's
when
from
I,
real north.
when I say Toronto Raptors, y'all don't give a fuck about them from where you at then.
Because that's not their city. Right?
Far away from us,
But it's still Canada. It's the country. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the country. Like what other teams
You
do
know,
you guys
that's like
have?
saying, Shady, that's like saying you live in San Francisco,
Yeah.
but he lives in fucking Boston. So Canada is huge. Like
Yeah.
Vancouver's all
Right.
the way one end. Toronto's on the
Oh,
other side.
right.
But you're right.
But you
when
said 'cause it's a
Toronto
country,
won,
yeah.
they
Yeah,
won
the
for
whole
a
thing,
whole
yeah.
nation.
Right.
Because there's no other teams up there.
But nobody, they weren't that happy out there like they was in Toronto.
Sorry?
They wasn't that happy. Were you from again?
Oh, everyone was happy. The
Oh,
whole
shit.
country. Every city had its own celebration. Everyone was wearing like Raptors and represented.
Are you a hockey fan?
That's what's up.
I don't watch a lot of hockey.
No.
Right.
There's not a lot of Chinese hockey players or Chinese hockey anything.
Same way there's
so.
not a lot of black hockey players.
Did the Raptors make more people watch basketball than ever, or was it the
You know,
same?
I think it did. It
Right.
did.
Brought out
Definitely.
fans.
Hey man, whatever.
Thanks for visiting us.
Well, there
Yes,
you have
yes.
it, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's been another outstanding
Why?
show.
Yeah.
David, man, how do we get a hold of you, man? How do the fans and listeners get a hold of
Hey,
you?
check out my Instagram handle. It's David Chen Panda. It's also on Twitter.
Panda.
And then if you want, check out chosenbydoctors.com. Some great CBD out there, approved by doctors and going from there. So, thanks for having me here and love reaching
Yeah, and
out.
our
Hey,
actually,
I like
check
that.
out the Dash Comedy Marketplace that we will have up at marcuskingmedia.com, and that will have a bunch of products.
Hey, I like
links
that.
to his products.
I like
Good.
that acronym CBD, chosen by doctors.
That's
That's
right,
dope, man.
That's some ninja skills right there. It's the 5
Alex,
languages.
That's cool. That validates it.
Alex Thomas,
Yes, sir.
my man.
Hey, man, thank
My
you for
brother,
having me.
man.
This was
Thank you
fun,
for
man.
coming.
Check out the
Thank
How
Funny
do we
Don't
get a
Stop
hold of
show.
you, man? What you got popping? What's next? And
Hey
how we get a hold
man,
of you?
so they can. My Instagram is @funnyman Alex Thomas. The hashtag is the Funny Don't Stop. The name of my radio show is called The Funny Don't Stop Show every single Tuesday night right here in this studio. Same number 310-986-6610 at Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. Again, check out Netflix. Check out my animated series. It's called Motown Magic.
Yes, sir.
And every day, you know how that is. You can binge watch same way you binge watch Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Binge watch Motown Magic. So
Awesome.
Dig that, man.
appreciate it.
I love that.
Shady Chriss, man. Got any
Yes,
words?
sir. Yeah, just hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Tinder. You already know Mocha Space.
Tinder's still around?
Shady. I don't know, but hit me up on it.
And Mocha Space, I thought you made that shit up.
No, Black Planet, all of that. They hit me up, Shady Chriss. You know what I'm saying? Bring your own condoms, cause I won't have any.
We got a lot of kids in this.
That is funny. I won't have any.
Dig that, man. Well, we on the way out because the Asian lady is forcing us out. We got to get on. We got another show
Hurry up
coming
and
on
buy,
after this,
nigga.
man. But I appreciate everybody listening, and I'd appreciate it more if you give me some weed and money when you see me again.
And
Smoke
poutine.
Yours every week and poutine. Smoke
Poutine.
Yours every week, Wednesday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. only on Dash Comedy Radio. Follow me on all your social networks at Slink Johnson. Follow Smoke Yours on Facebook, on Instagram, and just fuck with your boy, man. Smoke some weed, man. Make love, not war, man. I love you, and we out.
West.
Yo.
Yes, yes.
Yours with Slink